Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Indiana State Police Public Information Program. I'm your host, Sergeant Dave Burston, Indiana State Police Public Information Officer for the Indianapolis Post. For this edition, we're going to take you on patrol with the Indiana State Police at the Bloomington Post. The Bloomington Post is comprised of 5 counties: Monroe, Brown, Lawrence, Greene, and Owens counties. You'll be meeting with and riding with Trooper Charles Sorrells, who will primarily take you on patrol in the Lawrence County area. Buckle up, stay tuned. I think you're going to enjoy what we have in store for you, but first, please watch this and we'll be right back.
Have you ever considered a career in law enforcement? Do you have what it takes to be the best of the best? If so, the Indiana State Police have a place for you. As an Indiana State Trooper, you'll receive excellent compensation and benefits, including paid vacations and holidays. But most importantly, you'll have the peace of mind knowing you're serving and protecting our great state and its citizens. Call 1-800-622-4995 for more information. Be a part of the best. Be a part of the Indiana State Police.
We're going to be working in the Lawrence and Monroe County areas this evening on a 3 to 11:30 shift, and we're going to try and show you some things other than just a typical traffic day or a typical day. We're going to look at some genuine concerns that we have here in these 2 counties. We have a lot of quarries in our counties. This is a very hot day. It's about 85 degrees right now, still yet in the late afternoon, early evening hours. And we're going to go to some quarries where we've had a drowning last year and some different things to see if we can alleviate some problems that may continue out through the summer by trying to get some initial enforcement in there and just make a good contact with the people and try and get them on their way and advise them maybe to inform their friends, family members, and other people that they associate with not to come into the quarries this summer, so we don't have any more of those problems that we had to deal with last summer. We're also going to be looking at we continue to have a methcathinone concern in Lawrence County, and we're going to look at some few issues there and try and find some information or show you some ways that we come up with information on dealing with our methcathinone problem down here. So we're looking forward to looking at what we have going down here in the county, and let's get at it. We got a good night ahead of us. We're in southern Monroe County, just south of Bloomington, where there's a lot of quarries and remote areas where people like to come and drink underage, and kids like to hang out. And what we're doing is we're coming in here to see if we can find some people back in these quarries that are not supposed to be. These are different popular places for these people to hang out, and we're going to look at some of these cars here and then swing back around this other way here. There's a car here from Ohio, which may indicate that we've got some college students down in here. Everything else is local plates. We'll go right down the road here to an access road and see what we can come up with here real quick. We're going to go back in there. Nobody's supposed to be in these quarries. They're in there trespassing and swimming. And a lot of the time we're finding students and high school kids back here that are underage, and they tend to drink a little bit while they're back there. And just last year we had a fatal accident where a guy was drunk and jumped off one of the higher cliffs and drowned subsequent to his jump. This business here used to let him park and walk back there for $5. Doesn't look like there's anybody else further back in here. We'll go back and park by those cars and walk back in there and see if we can find anybody back in there. This is a continuing problem for us down in this area. Go right down here. See this guy walking up here? How you doing? How you doing? What are you doing?
I was swimming.
Where do you live at?
In Ellettsville.
In Ellettsville? Where you parked at?
Up here.
Okay. Do you want to pay a tow-in fee on your vehicle?
What do you mean?
Well, you're not supposed to be parking there. The church has got that clearly marked that you're not supposed to be parking in there. Do you have your ID on you?
No.
What's your name?
Seth Patterson,
How old are you?
18.
Okay. Hi. How are you today?
Alright,
Cool now, huh?
we're out.
You have your ID on you?
No, I don't. I must have.
What'd you set down over there when you came over the hill? You bent over and set something down, it
I
looked
got
like.
up on a rock and sat down.
Okay. How many people are back there?
A few.
How many's a few?
Like 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't have it.
You don't have your ID on you?
No.
You guys been smoking or drinking or anything today?
No.
Can I see your jug?
Yeah.
You have anything in your cigarette package you're not supposed to have?
No.
What's that one upside down for?
Lucky cigarette.
That's your good luck one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's early in the summer, okay?
Yeah.
And if you come back, your vehicles are going to be towed, okay? I just talked to the people at the
This
church.
is the first time I've ever even been here.
Yeah, be a good time to quit coming then, okay?
Are you not allowed back
Pass
there,
the friend.
period?
None whatsoever, okay?
Yeah.
Pass the word. You from Ellettsville too?
Yeah.
Okay, pass the word because we don't want to have to be out here all summer doing this, okay?
Yeah, that's
If
cool.
you guys will help us out that way, then we won't all have to be out here running around like this, okay?
Alright.
Is that a problem?
No.
Okay, we'll let you go this time.
Okay.
Take care.
Later.
Like a landing spot, when we go up here, we'll go this way, and you can look out over the whole quarry there. But what we normally do is sneak up through the rocks and get on this other side here and go in from there. How you doing today? Good. Where are you ladies from?
South Bend.
South Bend? Are you students?
Yes.
All three of you? Do you have your IDs on you, please?
Mine's in my car.
In your car? Yours too?
Mine's at home, actually.
At home? Okay. Where'd you guys park at?
That church?
Okay. Did you ask anybody if you could park there before you came back?
No. No.
Did you ask for permission to be back here from the landowners that own these quarries?
No, we didn't
Okay.
know anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's criminal trespassing, okay? And it's a misdemeanor offense.
Oh, we didn't know. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. You're awful sorry now, but you didn't think about it or even care when you went in, though, did you?
No. We're just enjoying the day.
Mm-hmm. It's a very dangerous place to enjoy the day. Okay, we have people that have drowned back here in the past year or so, and we're trying to do some enforcement back here, and the church doesn't even have to have us around to tow your vehicles, and that's going to cost you $75 at a minimum if you come back in here.
Okay.
Did I what?
Did you?
Is the vehicle towed?
Not yet, no.
We
Okay.
won't come back.
No.
Okay. Do you live in a dorm, or you guys
No.
live in an apartment?
Okay.
How did you hear about this place?
Just people.
Just
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll pass that word to those same people not to come back in here,
Alright.
okay? Because it's early in the year, and people are going to start losing their vehicles here, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right? Have a safe trip home.
Thanks.
Okay. What you got in your pack? You got a pack on there?
Got a towel?
Okay. You drive here?
No, sir. I walked.
How'd you get here?
I walked from over at my friend's house.
Where's your friend's house at?
It's through that field over there,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's over past Rooftop Quarry.
You came quite a ways then.
About a mile and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't bad.
Okay. Did you ask for permission to be back in here today?
No, sir.
Okay. That's why we're here. Have you been drinking or doing anything you're not supposed to be doing today?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, how'd you hear about coming back here?
I've come back here for a long time. My brother used to bring me back here.
Okay. Did you guys ever run into anybody and tell you you're not supposed to be back here?
No.
You see what that says right there, and right there?
I'm sorry. I meant no harm.
No, I appreciate your apology, but, this is a bad place to be. You walk keep out sign back there, too. Okay.
Alright.
How come your eyes are all bloodshot?
No reason.
Well, there's got to be a reason. I mean, they're
I didn't know they were.
blood red. Have you been smoking any marijuana today or doing anything you're not supposed to be doing?
I don't.
Excuse me?
I don't do that.
You don't smoke marijuana?
No, sir.
Okay. Asking's free, right?
All
right.
I understand.
Well, if you're walking, go ahead and walk on out and, tell your brothers, tell anybody you talk to that this is not the place to be.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
I appreciate it.
Don't come back.
Okay.
Got a deal? All right. Have a safe trip.
You too. Enjoy the day.
You too. There's no ripples right back in here, so we know they're right up over the hill here. There's a cut in the rocks right up here. There's 3 guys right there. Yeah, we're gonna walk right up behind them. See them pitching stuff around behind that rock. The guy without a shirt on is doing something behind the rock. You guys can stay right where you're at. Your written permission slip to be here?
No.
Okay. Can I see your ID, please?
I don't bring my ID.
What's your name?
Nick.
No. Okay. You're probably going against your doctor's orders, aren't you?
No, I'm getting them out in an hour.
Are you? Okay. Well, good man. You guys are not supposed to be back in here. Where are your buddies from?
One's from Minnesota.
Okay, here they come. So listen up, guys. Don't come back, okay? Normally what we've been doing last year to save us from coming back here, so we just tow your vehicles and it costs you anywhere from $75 to $100 right off the bat, okay? Pass the word, because we don't want to have to keep coming back in here. It's the beginning of the year. We're just giving out verbal warnings on being in here right now. If it continues on, if you guys get caught back in here again, because it's not hard to remember faces, okay? Get caught back in here again, you're going to go to jail. Trespassing, or you'll be issued a citation, either one. Okay? There's signs everywhere. There's a rock right here in plain view that says keep out on it. You guys know you're not supposed to be in here. Let's just all act like adults and just go on our way, okay? Appreciate your cooperation. If you guys brought anything in here, take it back out with you. Okay? Take care. Pass the word, please.
Well, what we ran into there was we seen all the cars in the parking lot. We walked down in there and obviously found several people down in there trespassing, and the one boy was drinking. It's pretty much a low stress, low threat type of situation, which it could escalate at any time. But those instances there, we try and turn into a positive contact, just like a traffic violation. Once everything's okay and you're issuing your citation, we try and make those as positive as we can, because we don't want to continue in there all summer chasing these people out of there, whether the one people from Minnesota, other people from Bloomington, other people were just students. And you got such a variety of people that go in there, like the boy that I mentioned that drowned in there last year. He was from Ohio, and he was with just a bunch of kids from Ohio that had heard about it and came over. And we run into so many different types of people in there. And like I said, we try and change it into a positive contact, make a good appearance for the department, and yet get our job done, and hopefully alleviate having to continue to come back through there all summer long. The one boy, when he was leaving, kind of had an attitude, didn't write him a littering ticket, could have taken him to jail and let him bond out there, and yet he still felt he was treated unfairly, just receiving a simple citation for minor consuming alcohol. And I don't know what to think about that, except that some people are just ungrateful. But you could tell his friends were telling him to keep his mouth shut the whole time, and he just continued to talk and cut his own throat. And, we'll be back. It'll be somewhere. We'll be back there all summer, it seems like. And hopefully this year we can get through without a drowning. And, we try and emphasize that to each person there, that it's a dangerous place to be and that there's better places to recreate, to do things to relax, to cool off. Bloomington is not hurting for public places to swim. We got the largest man-made lake in the state in our county and several city pools and stuff. So it's one of those things that's it's really unnecessary for those people to be there, and it's blatantly marked that they don't need to be in there. We just hope that in the future they'll go ahead and stop coming in there and we won't have these problems anymore.
You'd better think again before cutting in front of that truck. It takes trucks twice as long to stop as cars. There's a no zone in front of that truck. Crashes happen when cars cut in front of trucks. So, look for the whole front of the truck in your rearview mirror and signal before pulling in, and then don't slow down. Drive smart. Don't hang out in the no zone.
What we just did is when I was out at home this afternoon cleaning my car, one of the neighbors stopped and said that his house had been shot by a high-powered rifle, and there was only 5 or 6 shots that came. He really didn't know where it came from, but his wife heard it hit the house where she was working, so it's a kind of a dangerous situation where somebody had shot right there next to their house. And what we did is we just basically went across the holler, is what we call them down here, Big Valley, to the other side to a dead-end mobile home park and found where the shot had come from. And the gentleman we just spoke to admitted that in fact they were the ones that were out shooting, and that assured us that it wouldn't happen again. The neighbors didn't really suffer any damage because fortunately neither of them got hurt. I'm going to talk to the prosecutor's office and to the victim and see what they want to do. But what we're going to do now is just go inform the victim that we did in fact find who shot their house, and just let them know that we did look into it. And can you show me where it hit on the house there? No, he stopped today, and I told him I'd try and find out where it came from.
I told you you were going to do that.
And we went over there, and what it was is the guy said they were having a family get-together, and his brother...
But it made a dent.
Yeah. So it probably tumbled in there. That's what that white is on the bullet. Right there, that's where it tumbled in and hit flat just like that. The way that's white on the side there.
Well, what we did is we got the bullet that was in question from I guess it'd be the victim, and we actually took it out and matched it up to the place where it hit on the garage. And you could see the bullet was deformed where it had been ricocheting through the trees, and it was a rifle bullet, a small caliber centerfire rifle bullet, and the stories matched up. And the lady was very happy that we took the time to look into this, and it wasn't just something that they voiced a concern about and it got washed away. She couldn't believe that we did it already. Her husband just spoke to me a few hours ago, and as soon as we got down in the area we were able to go back and find out what had happened. We matched the bullet up. She said she didn't want to prosecute, so we just asked her to hang on to the bullet in case something else happens in the future and she changes her mind, and went from there. We're very glad that she didn't get hurt. She was obviously a little distraught at the time, but she didn't get hurt, and there wasn't any real damage to their property other than the dent in their garage door. And we're going from there. She, like I said, she just didn't feel that they needed to prosecute anybody, and just handled it that way. She was happy to hang on to the bullet, and hopefully we won't have this problem in the future.
Posing? Say a few words. Stay cut.
Get the keys. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
436 Jasper.
Fire somewhere.
Attention Marion Fire Department, in Marion Township, 1050 PI, 1050 PI.
Yeah, we're going to crash.
South, 37 south of Woodville. Fire base from Claire, Kevin 469.
We're going to a crash. Bloomington 3342. Bloomington 3342 en route to 1050 PI. State Road 37 south, south of Woodville. Being route from 37 and 5th Street. Are you clear on my last? Affirmative. It's the exact same place where that little boy died the other day.
Signal 9, Bedford Fire. 430. Marion Township, 24.
We got the other.
Yeah.
I need the monitor and blue bag. The bag, Jimmy.
I don't know. I think right here when I came up because he said hi to me when I went by. Your belt strap? Well, I don't know. It's in the door. Look at her purse is in. You got a witness. It should be right there in the front seat. Is that some relation to you? Girl in the red shirt? What's happened is this car here was coming across the crossroad and this white truck or this white Bronco was coming north on 37 and failed to yield the right-of-way for the gray car here failed to yield the right-of-way for the Ranger, and it hit it in a T-bone fashion, and it doesn't appear right now that the driver was restrained and some type of head injuries occurred, and they don't know exactly if she's going to make it yet or not. Caution light up or something. People are just hurrying too much. Do you know where you're at? You don't know what town you're in?
Okay, we just left the hospital and we were glad to see that the lady wasn't seriously injured as we first thought she was, but she still has no recollection of what has happened. When I interviewed her, she didn't know she was in a car wreck, didn't know what town she was in. The only thing she could really tell us is where she lived, and we found out her husband's name and got him on the way up to the hospital for her own benefit. When I was interviewing her, I really couldn't smell any evidence of alcohol use, so we don't really think she was drunk, but she did indicate that she has frequent migraine headaches and takes a painkiller for those, but said she hasn't taken one of those for at least a week. So we're not really looking at any type of impairment in this case, and it truly could have just been a mishap on her account that caused the crash. Like I said, we're glad that she wasn't seriously hurt and the other driver wasn't seriously hurt. And we'll wait and see what happens with the preliminary results from the screens for the hospital's use. Okay, we patrolled Monroe and Lawrence counties like we had said, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the activities that we got involved in. We first went to the quarries and tried to identify and stop a problem before it got started this summer, and hopefully made those places a little bit safer for the future, and we're going to follow up on those as needed. Then we went to the complaint with the shooting, where the neighbor stopped by, and when he stopped by today, he asked me what I was doing, and I told him his car, because that's who this car belongs to. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to the citizens of Indiana, and I try and keep that in perspective, as that's what we're here for. And you've seen the service aspects of what we did this evening, trying to help everybody out in different ways. Even though the one boy we wrote a ticket to, he may not see that we are actually trying to help him out, but we may have saved his life, and the people that he tells to stay out of those quarries, we may have saved somebody else's life there yet tonight, or later here in the summertime, or maybe even next year. We don't know what kind of impact that'll have. Maybe we'll find out someday in eternity. But then we went to the traffic accident and found that the lady wasn't drunk, but we were thankful that, you know, she wasn't seriously injured. She was able to talk to us, and the other driver, as you've seen, wasn't seriously injured either, and his family showed up, and we were glad that they were all able to walk away from that one. As unfortunately we've seen in the background there, the crosses that memorialize somebody else that didn't make it away from that traffic scene. It's been an interesting evening. We didn't stop. I don't think we stopped any cars, as a matter of fact, because we kept busy doing other things and responding to other needs that needed to be taken care of tonight. And we do that sometimes. There are times when we don't stop a car, but there are other times when that may be what we do all night. So I hope you enjoyed seeing something other than just us out stopping cars, that we were actually out doing things and helping the community in a different aspect other than enforcement on that aspect. We really enjoyed the opportunity to share these things with you, and hope that your Indiana State Police Department can serve you better in the future. And just I personally, when I first started this job, didn't know exactly what to expect. I know that it was a job that I knew I would enjoy, and the freedoms that I knew I would enjoy. And I just am truly thankful that I am chosen to do this. And I can honestly say I enjoy my job, and I'm thankful to have been able to share a little bit of that with you tonight. Hope that you've seen something that you enjoyed seeing your tax dollars go for. Hope you got your $8.50 or your 8.5 hours worth tonight. Take care, and God bless you all.
Hello and welcome back. I certainly hope you enjoyed this edition of the Indiana State Police Public Information Program and the time that you spent riding with Trooper Charles Sorrells from the Bloomington Post. Hopefully you found it informative to learn some of the things and the services that are provided by the Indiana State Police, and you'll tune in another time for another ride-along program, or to see what other type of information we'll be talking about on the Indiana State Police Public Information Program. But between now and then, please remember, whenever you're in the car and friends or family members are in the car, buckle up. The life you save may be your own or that of somebody you love. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.